All right. Because this is the first time of this. Oh, I need to share the screen. Can you see the syllabus right now? Can anyone say?
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, great.
Yes.
A little bit of a protocols of this class. In the middle of my recordings, I am going to ask you to sign up sheets. Let me bring up sign up sheets. Where is it? So it'll be like this. So you can put your name. Telephone number isn't needed because yeah, just in case if I need to contact you, then I need to call you. Maybe if you guys have some issue, if I have some issue, then I can contact you guys. And then time to check in, so you can type yours here. This is that Google Notebooks, so that what I am trying to do from this time, I can. Where is my chat? Yeah, if there is a chat, like, can you see my chat? Or you guys can see the chat. Can you see the chat? So that I can.
Yeah, I see it in the chat now.
And then if you click the Google Docs, then you can see that page. I want you to fill in your attendance there before the end of this class. So after the end of the class, I'm going to collect that. It may not be available. All right.
It's asking me to request access to the document. I don't know if that's just me.
Then you can contact me. Let me see. This may not be open public, right? Can you request?
Yeah, I sent a request, so you should be from jscience at Mercy Mavericks.
Let's see. Okay, so I need to multiple requests. So I want to do one by one. Anybody needs to access? I think I accepted you guys.
It still says request denied for me.
Who you are?
Anthony.
Okay. Oh, here. Yours a little different. Oh, yeah. How about now? Anthony?
It's good now. Thanks.
Good. I think if you're good, then everybody's looks maybe good. All right. So that is the protocol, okay? I'm not going to check this each every sessions because a little time. But if it is technical intensive sessions, then I may to do that. So I want to make sure you are here. Today, the reason I am doing this today is we're going to set up some of the protocols between you and me. Okay, this is, and also if any of you wants to join me during this time in person, I am giving you my Zoom lecture in my office. So my office is here, Mayo 114. So you can see me, and in my office I have one additional sitting available so that you can sit in front of me, or I can open up the lab. We have the lab here 112. You can see me. If you during this semester, at some point you guys need help in person, then you can come to me during this time, and then you can see me. Again, at that time, I want you to let me know so that I should be here in person, right? I do not want you to come to me with some failures. Failure means if you don't see me, then your travel is not worth. So invest your time and efforts this class. Do not skip any single sessions. That is what I am worrying about. I want to skip many of those, but I want to point out something that you guys need to know. Tuesday 11:20 to 10 maximum here, but most time I want to finish it, end this session earlier. This is a synchronous over the Zoom. Sometimes, occasionally, I may do virtual async. In that case, I want to record my lecture and make the video available for you to check out. I would not say this is a textbook, but a reference. Yeah, 3 of these written by me. I didn't really revise much since 2022. But Python, this books contains lots of coding lists available from page 1 to the last page. The coding size of these books is more than 1,000 page thick other books. This is it's not more than 200 pages. If you guys, we don't really do much about this hacking networking in Pythons, but yeah, I didn't teach this much here, Mercy, yet. But this, if you want to look into the packets, so that you want to unpack the network packets and search it through in codings, then this is the book. This this book contains all details of the codings in Python, so that you can analyze and deep investigating the network packets. Python's in the MySQL in Python's. This is also in this class. We do not cover much of this, but if you want to do database embedded Python codings, then this is very good textbooks for you guys. 2 exams. Both exams in class. Usually what I do is midterm. For example, last semester, some other semesters I ask you to come in person, both exams. Sometimes one exam only and the other exam maybe virtually. If it is the case of a virtual, then one mandatory requirements is you guys turn on your cameras so that I need to proctor your exams. Okay, so there is no take-home exams. So exams should be under proctor. So it could be in person here, or it could be over the Zoom, but throughout your exam, you have to turn on your camera. Camera needs to show you. That is something that we need to do for the exam. Assignments. Usually homework assignments is the codings. So most of the codings. Here's one thing that you need to do. I want you to submit your coding list in a file. I know some of you guys copy and paste on the Blackboard Dropbox in text. Then, because of this is Python, Python is indentation sensitive languages. I cannot execute it. I cannot evaluate yours. Make sure your homework submissions should be in a file, unless otherwise explicitly ask you to do something in writing, like homework number 1. I ask you to write your introductions. Then you can simply write it. But if I ask you to submit Python code in a file, then you need to submit in a file. In many cases, for simple understanding between you and me, I want you to submit a screen copy of your executions, particularly if it is networking. Then in the networking class, we'll set up client and server codings in Python, and then you guys need to talk each other. Then coding list doesn't mean much, because coding list, the basic coding list for networking will be provided. So not much credit at your side, but I want you to set up them to talk each other. Your client program needs to talk. Your your client program needs to talk to server program. Server program needs to do some of the services to client, that type of things. So screen shots is more appropriate. So many times I ask you to submit your file, Python file, and screenshots. Make sure that in this Dropbox, you need to include all the files before you click the submit buttons. Once you click submit buttons, you cannot submit next time, right? Only one-time submissions. It's not my settings. It is Blackboard settings. Gradings: assignment 50%, midterm 20, final 25, participation 5. Remember that as you do your okay. Yeah, 6 of you guys already signed up. Bora didn't check the time to check in. I know you guys, in this case, check-in is not really a big issue, right? Because I know I see you guys over Zoom. But if I ask you to do, for example, virtually asynchronous online sessions, then this check-in time is important, right? We don't, for particular sessions, we do not meet like this, but ask you to come at any time as you wish during this week. Then you can come in and check out during that week, and then you need to do something like that. But anyway, there's a participations. Okay, and to the last page of this syllabus. So today is introductions, and then some of the MySQL installations. And then first homework already sent it to you, and real first homeworks. In this case, homework number 2, another homework number 2, right? This will be 3, and this will be 4, and 5, and so on and so forth. But homework number 2 will be given to you. Technical homework number 2. There's an installation of MySQL. The platforms that you have, some of you guys may have MacBook, some of you maybe the Windows systems. Windows systems, MySQL installations, because I am working on MacBook, so Windows version recorded in the past semesters. But I posted that on your Blackboard. So those who are running on Windows systems, please follow that. But basic idea, the procedures are similar to MacBook installation. So MacBook installation will be given to you today so that you can see it. And then we'll do operating systems and databases till the 4th week. And after that, by the end of the 4th week, we do SQL and operating systems. And then we will do the codings from here, right? That is the codings. And after that, networkings. In the codings, I know some of you um, had some experience in Python, so that you guys already know IDE, integrated development environment, right? IDE. So Python has uh, numerous IDE friendly languages, so that you can use. Some of you, if you are familiar with um, uh, your own IDE, you can use it. But in this class, I am going to use Paizo, which is also convenient for me. You can use Paizo. Or if you want to use cloud-based coding environment, then I I recommend you to have a Colab, Google Colab, cooperative the laboratories. You can use it, but in any case, your your homework submission needs to be in plain text in a file. Okay, Python code in a file. Do not include any other a priori formats like Jupyter. Then Jupyter has Jupyter own formats. I cannot evaluate it. Even Google Colab, there is a Google Colab formats. I do not. But if you are working on Google Colab, then you can, within that IDE, you may be able to convert that into and save it in Python code. So you can save it in Python only, plain text code. Anybody, any questions so far? I know if some of you guys do not understand what I am talking about, then I am going to guide you a little in detail. You guys understand what I am talking about right now?
Yeah.
Good, Anthony. Okay. And then final exam. So final exam and midterm here, right? We will decide where we are going to meet. One of these. If in-person appearance is required, then because we have my preference, either Dobbs Ferry campus or Manhattan campus. I know if some of you are in Long Island or New Jersey, then maybe Manhattan campus is easier. In that case, we're going to meet at the Manhattan campus. If you guys are all near here, Westchester, then Dobbs Ferry. So we can decide that a little later. Any questions about this syllabus? Okay, then we'll close this. And then this is the slide that I prepared. So I'm usually posting slide that I am using here and recordings. I think yeah. We're not going to do much about exception handling in this semester. database operating systems and coding and networking. Database systems. So that we have to install DBMS. Oracle has Oracle database systems. Although MySQL still managed by Oracle. Remember that Java and MySQL was invented by Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems I like the company Sun Microsystems. They developed something good during 1990s and over to 2010. I think before 2010, that company was acquired by Oracle. So main idea of Sun Microsystems to develop something good for free to use. So they developed two things: database in MySQL and programming languages, Java. So both are currently free, so far free. What is their revenues to build up? They sold out hardware. Still, they sold. That is also acquired by Oracle. So if you go to Oracle webpage, then there is a hardware called Solaris. Solaris is a I think that's a high-end the server. Unix Solaris as Solaris own the operating systems. It is advanced version of Unix. Unix is formal version of Linux. Linux is more academia versions. But currently Linux is very, very stable, right? So I am using Linux a lot. But when I was students, Linux is like a prototype. At that time, we can also download the whole source code of Linux. So we can change some of the operating systems and do some works. That is on Linux. But right now, Linux is very stable, and there is a lot of distributions available, like Ubuntu's, CentOS, many others. Debians. So I'm Ubuntu is easier, but it's not really stable. Lots of unstable components available these days. So I try not to use Ubuntu. But CentOS or Debian's okay. But anyway, so in this class we're going to work on MySQL because it is free. Not all the versions of MySQL is free, but MySQL community DBMS, community versions. We'll look at that later. The two MySQL communities can run on Windows, Mac, or Linux. Anything will be okay. If you are working on Windows, fine. Mac, Linux, as far as it is MySQL. Okay? I do not ask you to use SQLite. SQLite is not really DBMS, although it mimics and also it understands SQL languages, but it's not really DBMS. SQLite literally is a light version. It is not really database handlings. but it is more like libraries, like packages in Pythons. It's one of the modules. It's not separate database engines. SQLite runs within Pythons. Coding's basic concepts. We'll look at conditional statements, iterative statements, data formats, function definition and function callings, object orientations. Once you know object orientations, then you may be able to do the graphical user interface. So we'll do a little bit of those. So the basic statements, literals, variables, values, needs to understand. Data structures, we'll look at the list, tuple, dictionaries. Although Python provides a few more data structures, but in this class we will look at only list, tuples, and dictionaries. Branching statements, that is needed, right? If and else statements. Recent version of the Python also provides switch statements for branching. Iterative, for loops and while loops, both are frequently used. Object orientation, we'll look at class. We will define class first, and then we will instantiate based upon a class. Then we will have object. So defining class and then instantiating one or more objects. So we're working on objects. Objects can be instantiated based upon the definition in init functions, which is associated with a class. So we have init here. Lots of this kind of functions can be associated with a class. Some of the functions already defined, some of the functions that you guys need to define. So a lot more than this. And as you include more modules and packages, Python can do a lot more secure, a lot more intelligent. For example, we can do artificial neural network and deep learning in Python. But as we do deep learning, it requires not only CPU but GPU or TPU. Our laptop is not strong enough to handle. Therefore, in that case, we need to use Google Colab. Google Colab Cloud Systems, which is free, provides you GPU and TPU in addition to CPUs. That's not in this class, but other classes that we are using. Networks, we'll look at basic concepts and protocols. According to protocols, we can investigate the network packets And we'll look at particularly two protocols, TCP and UDP. And we will set up TCP server, TCP client, UDP server, and UDP clients. And then we make them to talk each other within one platform. And also we can expand that to over the network. But as a server, name server may not be available if you do not have static IP. So what we will do, what you can do, you can set up, for example, the server on your MacBook, client on your Windows, working under the same router. Then they can talk each other. Because under the router, then we know IP address, so we can use that IP address to access other computer. Okay, that's a subnet. Setting ID, it depends on your platforms. Some students has Windows, some students has Mac OS. And running, and we work on a native Python only in this class. Some other times, someone for other project, we do not have any project here, may need Anaconda. Anaconda is a gigantic snake and also platform of Python families, snake families, right? Python is still big, right? Big snakes, but Python cannot be compared with the Anaconda. Anaconda is, I think, Anaconda can swallow human body, right? That much big. Anaconda is not available here in the United States. Maybe in somewhere in jungle. Anybody see anaconda? Not in zoo, but in wild areas. Anybody? Anybody?
I have not, and I continue to keep that up, to be honest, because I would be so scared if I saw one.
So where did you see anaconda?
No, I did actually see one. I went down with a buddy in Florida,
Florida.
and the
Okay.
Everglades. Yeah.
At your backyard?
Huh?
Florida at your home backyard?
No. It was just,
Swamp?
yeah.
Okay. So anaconda can, I mean, alligator and anaconda, who can, oh, we have one more. Who is coming? Oh, Bora. Anaconda and alligator, are they similar in size?
Nah, an alligator is smaller than, like, if
Alligator
you're
is smaller
talking,
than
like,
anaconda.
normally, like, an alligator is usually always smaller. Like, an anaconda can just get astronomically long.
Wow.
And just the, like, pure, I think they could weigh up to, like, a ton.
Wow. Okay. So don't be scared of the anaconda on your platform, on your computer. You can download anaconda or Pythons. I'll guide you when we do Python. Okay. If you go to Python.org or Python.com, then you can have anaconda or both Pythons. Okay. here, the notes. The format of submission should be a plain text as a file. As I keep saying that, okay? It should be in plain text in a file. Okay, this is the slide that I prepared for today. Oh, by the way, anybody has any question about the slide? Slide and syllabus looks very similar, but somewhat differentiates. Okay. Next thing that I need to do is to this MySQL community downloads. So current version is 8.3.0. You can get it from MySQL or oracle.com. You need to register that. Okay, it is free. And then you can resource developer. Resource downloads. Customer download, developer download. Software downloads. Okay, Oracle software. Database. MySQL here. Here, the last small item, MySQL community download. So you need to go there, okay? Then it'll be this. So I want you to download the recent versions, and you need to select your platforms. And if yours is a MacBook, then make sure if it is an Intel process, Intel, then x86 64 bits. If there's M1, M2, M3, then ARM. Download it. So once you download it, then you will be here, MySQL 8.3.0. I didn't install it, so double click it and click it, allow, and continue. License, you need to look at, read it, continue, and agree, install. $700 megabyte space needed. Configuration. Use a strong password encryptions. Use a legacy password encryption. You can, this is SQL native password. This is a caching SHA SSH2 password. Strong authentication method based on SHA-256. All new installations of MySQL server should use this method. MySQL client connector and community delivers that use 8.0. Because this is a local, if we do this, I think, I'm not sure. I need to. Let's make it as default, right? Although this is, I think, easier, but although we don't need to worry about attacking. Let's go for the stronger ones. Next. And then this is very, very important. Root to user, you have to make sure, please enter password for the root to user. This is something that you have to keep in mind. Okay. Install remote. This is my MacBook password. Thank you for installing MySQL server. Okay, close. Trash. After that, for Mac users, if you are a Windows user, then you have to anyway bring up the command line, the terminals. This is command line terminals. It is in where is it's not. It's usually in USL local and go to bin, and then there is a MySQL. Where's MySQL? Yeah, MySQL. I have a multiple different versions of MySQL, right? MySQL 8.0.31, MySQL 8.3, MySQL 8.0.28. So let's see if this is currently updated, the recent versions. So cd MySQL. Where am I? I think I have a MySQL. Where is MySQL? Local MySQL, cd MySQL. And then there is a bin. Then I have a MySQL. Yeah. Okay. What that means is that here on the MacBook, MySQL is currently, oh, it is up. Oh, currently 8.3 dots. Yeah, this is current. Version. Yeah, 8.3.0. Yeah, 8.3.0. That is updated. So if I do this, then you can do. So if you go to MySQL, if you want to access MySQL, the currently only root is available, right? We didn't set up the other regular user login access. Therefore, root only right now. And I ask you to remember root the password, and then you can enter that. Then you will do a command prompt, SQL, MySQL greater than signs. And there show databases and semicolon. Semicolon is the delimiter. And then you have to, that is the indicator for ending your statements. So currently we have those databases available. There's a MySQL, but that MySQL is the database so-called the catalog database. That's the database that contains about the databases. It's a little more meta databases. So you can create database here, and you can create user accounts. You can create tables, and you can populate the data. And once you have that, then you can do SQL expressions so that you can access the databases. Okay, so this is what you need to do. In the first homework assignments, I want you to select your name as name and semicolon ending. Then you can see the column name is name, and then the data is your name. So I want you to make this the homework number 2, and screen copy. Screen copy, you can copy using your platform, the command line or shortcut keys. Or if you do not know that, then you can take a photo from your cell phone and save it and submit it, right? For Mac users, if you do command, holding down command and shift numeric, the key number 4, then you will have this cursor so that you can draw that. Then this is the file, right? So you can submit this. Any questions about installations? I think this is it for today. By the way, let's see. Because you guys are here, I'm going to do a little more for the codings, Paizo. If you come here, Paizo download to Google it, then there is a the website called paizo.org. Click that. I wanted to click Quick Start. So Paizo IDE, and that includes Pythons. So install Paizo, download the Paizo installer for Windows. For Mac users, download the Paizo DMG for Linux. So once you download that, then install Python environment, regular Python, Anaconda, Miniconda, and configure Paizo. That I can explain to you. The way that you can exit this MySQL is quit and semicolon. I'm not sure. Let's do quit only. Yeah, you can do. And then exit. Can go. And this MySQL, if you want to stop this new version of MySQL, you can stop MySQL server. Then it'll turn to red. Red means database is not started. So if you want to start it, then you can start. Click the start button. Paizo, if you install it, then it'll be like this. I want to make a new page. This is the editor here. This is the console, the terminal. Okay, this is a Python 3.10. All different versions may be possible. So in my case, I have 4 different shells available: 3.11 and 3.9. I think this is Anaconda versions. So many different things. So you can download the Python or Anaconda, at least Python, new versions of Pythons. And if you install it, then come here on shell, Python, the drop-down menu, edit shell configuration. Click that. Then you can see here, add config. Let me tell you here, we have 4 different Python versions available. For example, Python 3.11. I name it. You name on your own. You can say new Python. And then executions. As you come here, then this is the location of your Pythons. That should be indicated here. It's not something that you need to type, something that you need to choose. If you install Python properly, then this Paizo knows where it is. So new versions may appear here. Okay. Let's try. If you want to do, then you can do Python download. It comes from python.org. And then the current version is a 3.12, which I do not have, right? So I click this. This guy already identify which platform that I am working on. So Mac OS 3.12 is already downloaded. I'm not sure it is already downloaded, but maybe here currently down half of almost. So Python is here. Double click and I want to install it. Continue, continue, agree, install. Ask me to enter. Okay, it is installed already here. So in Python, if I do here add config, and then I would say Python py 3.12, and then I click this exit, and here oh, where's the 12? I think I need to redo this. That way you can catch. What is this? Close. Okay. Then new page. Edit. Then new. I want to see. Yeah, 12 is here, right? This is Intel 64. I think I need to click that. And then I will say here PY 3.12. Graphical user interface author. There are this some more the packages available. Python path. All others remain the same as default. And done. Once you have done, then come back here, and then you need to choose new shells. As you do here, 3.12. Oh, this is something that I need to do. Maybe I need to do. Cancel. Let's see if it is Intel version. This is not. Somehow the version is not good enough. I need to see if there is a M. Mine is M1. This is Intel version. Probably that is the reason. But anyway, this is the way that you can configure it. So this Python configuration will come later. Okay. I want to remove this. Delete. Okay, this is it for today's lecture. Anybody has any question? If you do not, then I will see you next week. Have a good
Thanks,
one.
Professor.
Have a great week, all.
You have a question, Anthony?
No, I just said thanks.
All right.